Welcome to the Monday night podcast of the Freedom School. I'm Jonathan Masters. I'm going to talk a couple of things about Mortimer Adler, that piece of shit, that white supremacist piece of shit. I'm also going to talk about some of the ideas that I like, that I enjoy. Because that's the point of education, right? The point of education is to learn the things you want to learn, but also just what I've been talking about the whole time. Essentially, we educate ourselves, and when we educate ourselves, we learn so much more. And self-education is so much more powerful form of education. So, of course, we should teach ourselves. And when you look at the learning pyramid, teaching others, you actually retain more of the information when you teach others than when you're, being taught, lectured at, right? Shut up, sit down. You only retain 5% of a lecture. So you'll walk away from this and be like, well, I retained 5% of the shit he was saying, but I retained 90% of everything I was saying. So, hell, I got an education like a motherfucker. And I've been educating myself like this for a while. And when I package it up for other people, I would like, some people to watch the stuff. But if they don't, then I got to, rework it to where it's more enjoyable. So I've been like flipping through pictures and doing different things, having better transitions, going back from the lesson to a cool story, back to the lesson. So let's actually start out with a cool story. Okay, so here's how differently the media covers an assault before and after learning it was done by a police officer. So there's this incident where this guy here, this cop, right? He comes after this guy before and after pictures, supposedly. Before and after the media, talks about him. So this guy, he's a police officer, but he's an undercover police officer, picked up a woman, tried to choke her and did all this shit, and then he smiled as he walked away. Because he's a cop. He's allowed to fucking be as violent as he wants to. He's a cop. What the fuck? Cops can't, get away with anything. And when the media covered the thing before the hand, he was a hulking brute, right? He was a fucking brute. He's a fucking, shithead. And it's this real sensational media. But when the police officer, they found that he was a police officer, all of a sudden the language got real calm. It got real, an officer. They even said like a shot rang out from the officer's gun. A shot rang out from his gun. So he didn't shoot him and the gun didn't shoot him, where the gun shot him, right? So that goes against the NRA. But anyways, just before the holidays on December 23rd, a man in a windbreaker and sneakers got into a verbal altercation with an on-duty uniformed female transit employee that escalated into a physical assault. According to the police, the man put the 28-year-old woman into a bear hug and slammed her to the ground, where he began choking her. Thankfully, another employee rushed to her aid and the assailant fled. The next day, the police released images of the attacker and asked the public for help identifying him. The New York Daily News ran the story in their typically sensational way. They described the man as a brute and a thug, and described the incident in lurid detail, and begged for readers to help ID the coward who attacked a woman and then ran away smiling, right? The fucking thug. The problem, the man turned out to be an off-duty New York Police Department police officer. And the New York Daily News, like almost every other media outlet in the country, liberal or conservative, has a completely different set of rules for covering police officers committing a crime. By the next day, the story had been cleaned up. Shrill, an eagle-eyed writer for Wonkat, noticed the blatant change in tone from one day to the next after the paper learned that this attacker was no random guy, but actually a police officer. The change in title and opening paragraph say it all. So here's how they reported when they found out he wasn't, or they didn't know who it was, right? So when I was walking down the street in Louisville, I didn't know who those motherfuckers were. It was a brute. It was a goddamn thug attacking me. So a hulking brute grabbed a 28-year-old MTA employee up in a bear hug at a Bronx train station, shoved her onto the platform, and began choking her in an unprovoked attack. Then ran away smiling, authorities said Wednesday. Police officer Merjan Loja, 37, was suspended after the assault in which the Metropolitan Transportation Authority worker who was on duty and in her uniform was allegedly put into a bear hug, thrown on the floor, and choked, cops said. So now it's allegedly. Before he's this brute, all this action language, and now it's just like, well, it's this passive language. Well, an officer was involved in an altercation. Allegedly, he did these things. When the day before he did fucking do him, this coward needs to be brought to justice. Who the fuck is he? Let's get him. So Shrill aptly sums up the differences. Notice anything? Gone is the evocative thug in the headline and the hulking brute of the lead, and the sensationalism of the label of an unprovoked attack replaced by plain spoken and bare nouns. Gone too is the directiveness of the active voice replaced by a circumspect passive voice accompanied by the necessary lawyerly allegedly. The callousness of him smiling has been dropped too, demoted to the second paragraph. This is no surprise. It's just an example of the subtle way in which our media defers to and genuflects before law enforcement, shaping and coloring the narrative in their favor. To say that the media insulates officers from criticism is not an exaggeration. What's more, the way the media absolves officers of wrongdoing gets more troubling than that, and infinitely subtler. Writer Ta-Nehisi Coates has often noted, for example, how the phraseology of stories about police leans in favor of the officers. Rather than give the cops agency, the media typically describes their action in the passive voice. There was an officer-involved shooting, rather than the more specific, an officer shot a person. Likewise, an officer discharged his weapon, which is a pretty generous way of writing fired his gun at someone. So a cop fired his gun at someone, he shot a person, but actually the way the media reported it was an officer-involved shooting, and an officer discharged his weapon. The suspect was brought before a tribunal, and justice was received. Ha ha ha! When a New York officer accidentally shot an unarmed black man in a darkened stairwell, the New York Times had this to say about the incident. At the same time, a man and his girlfriend, frustrated by a long wait for an elevator, entered the 7th floor stairwell 14 steps below. In the darkness, a shot rang out from the officer's gun, and the 28-year-old man below was struck in the chest and soon after fell dead. A shot rang out from the officer's gun. Who's the actor here? The gun? So much for the old NRA adage, guns don't kill people, people kill people. Apparently, officers' guns kills people. The pro-cop lean isn't always obvious, and to the credit of the New York Times, the article does get around to mentioning that the officer killed a kid, essentially due to incompetence and stupidity, but the framing still exists and has very real implications. As our nation reflects on how several high-profile cases of officer-involved killings not only didn't lead to charges, but weren't even fully investigated, it's worth remembering that the same people who read the newspaper day to day also sit on a grand jury. The bias, subtle as it is, permeates our culture and leads even the most objective person to give the officers the benefit of the doubt. How that manifests itself is complex and not fully studied, but we do know is that cops are almost never held accountable for wrongdoing, and even when they are caught on tape doing a despicable crime, they aren't usually called thugs or even brutes, even if that's exactly what they are. Not after the reporter notices their badge, at least. So it's a well-written article, but essentially, it's just saying that the media bias says, hey, the police officer, give the benefit of the doubt, but if it was a street crime, fuck that bastard, that fucking animal psycho, an assault charge looks really fucking bad, but become a cop, you can assault anybody and everybody any fucking time you feel like it. Even when you're off duty, you can just attack, fucking transit employees, I guess that's subway employees and shit. They're the authority, right? The MTA, they're the cops in the fucking train station. But evidently, if you're a police officer, your authority trumps over a fucking train station, little fucking authority peon. The New York Police Department controls the whole fucking city, whereas an MTA fucking authority figure only controls the subway. You ain't shit outside your domain. Right, boy? Right, girl? So, the colleges with great books, these are the fucking, they carry on the great books. The initial concept is pretty good, okay? I'm going to talk more about Mortimer Adler, because the more I talk about him, there is some things that he actually, his synopticon is fucking genius. The idea of having a sort of concise set of volumes of books. It's like he's creating his own Bible for the logical and smart and scientific. And he has the great ideas. All his great books comes from the great ideas. Why do we got to read these books? Well, the reason why you read these books is because Mortimer Adler believes that out of these great books are the best way that they describe the great ideas. And for him, the great ideas are timeless, and we shouldn't be looking at contemporary authors and writers because we will completely be wrong. And that's why I'm going to go straight to Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking is a badass, okay? We found the Higgs boson. We found the God particle. The God particle makes up everything in the entire universe. Whether or not it's a Higgs boson is demonstrated by its quantum properties and how it interacts with other particles. For example, a Higgs boson is believed to have no spin And in the standard model, its parity, the measure of how its mirror image behaves, should be positive. The CMS and Atlas experiment teams, which are working with CERN, have found information that strongly indicates it's a Higgs boson. It is a Higgs boson. Steve Hawkins lost his bet, and so we have a God particle, which may destroy us all if we are able to get a lot of electricity pumped into it. But it would take a hadron collider the size of Earth or something like that. So don't be afraid of the God particle. Be very intrigued. The Nietzsche family circus. Characters determined more by the lack of certain experiences than by those one has had. So that's fascinating. Who you are is basically your culmination of all your experiences, what you do. And again, the school system doesn't give a shit about the bottom parts of the learning pyramid. They don't care about making students actually do what they need to do, or teaching what they need to teach, or dialoguing what they need to dialogue. They just saying, shut up, sit down. There's I am pretty critical of Western civilization, and I'll tell you why. Because it comes from a specific place. And then I'm going to talk about some of these fun ideas. Okay, so I remember being in the Mitch McConnell Center, the political leadership class, and essentially it was a great books class. He had, he learned Machiavelli, told us that power is good, good man and perish in the world evil, so you better get on to evilin or you going to perish. And I remember him getting real sad, and he was like, but I'm afraid Western civilization is about to die. So I think Mortimer Adler, when he came up with his great ideas for the great books, he already made like a fucking big ass volume of an encyclopedia and index, like good and evil, war. That's the good ideas, are general fucking morals and virtues and principles. And then he refers to the books that you should read in order to get a best understanding of, justice or evolution or good and evil. And so those are the great ideas from which the great books spring forth. And so, again, I hate this son of a bitch. He's a white supremacist piece of shit. But if good people were to come up with 100 great books based on the great ideas of contemporary society, I bet you our fucking list would trump any fucking list out there. Because he ignores I think he died he wrote something in the year 2000. So he had to have just died recently. And a lot of people are carrying out his name and carrying out his ideas and shit, including the fucking great colleges. So if you go to St. Thomas Aquinas College in Santa Paula, California, St. John's College, Annapolis, Maryland, Santa Fe, New Mexico, Gutenberg College, Eugene, Oregon, Shimmer College, Chicago, Illinois, Kansas State University, Malaspina College University, St. Olaf College, North Park College, University of Dallas, University of Notre Dame, St. Mary's College or Finlandia College in Hancock, Michigan, St. Mary's College of California, Moraga, California, University of Notre Dame, Indiana, University of Dallas and Irving, Texas, Chicago, Illinois, Northfield, Minnesota, British Columbia. I just don't see where all these places are. If you have the great, these are the colleges that have the great books. They're carrying on fucking Mortimer Adler's fucking white supremacist perspective of Western civilization. The great ideas, the great pool of ideas, only the best ideas should prevail. So, with that being the standard, not his fucking standards, his standards are a little off. He is right that he might become the fucking pinnacle. He might become the pillar of which all alternative fucking great book lists, stem off of. American's Film Institute of 100 greatest movies ever. I would include Django. I would include Fahrenheit 9/11. There's some badass political films. Once you see the vision, once you see the thing in your head, JFK, to the back and to the left, back and to the left. How do you get that shit out of your head? You can't. And since you think about that, then that means, the idea that pictures are sort of words, or are like images. It's a way of communication to other people, communicating to other people, and it's actually a more powerful medium than reading and writing. In some respects. So that's Mortimer Adler. So Mortimer Adler would not put movies. He wouldn't put any contemporary ideas. He wouldn't put any of the fucking ideas, of Stephen Hawking. But he does make sure he, eliminates all black voices. Henry Louis Gates said that his fucking books cut out all black, brown, and yellow. All people of color is gone. It's all dead white men, right? The great books is all written by dead white men. Are those the only people that ever thought anything decent about, you know, the great ideas? You don't think that Bob Marley couldn't have talked about love? Bob Marley talked about love pretty damn fucking good. So I would say actually, like, I don't know where the ideas came from. Maybe his, you know, Bob Marley's ideas about love had a different origin than from Bob Marley. But if he's got the next best thing to a person saying an original idea is being the first person to say it out loud, right? So the second person who says the original idea out loud, that would be, you know, that person has value because the idea needs to be heard. So right, it's about just not the creator of the idea, but the marketer of the idea. And then the you know, once the idea is heard, then you think about the idea itself. It doesn't even matter who the fuck come up with like good, evil, justice. Who come up with those words or concepts or ideas? It doesn't matter what fucking Roman or Greek actually thought about any of those, you know, specific concepts. Essentially, the idea that comes out of that thought thinking, and then how we use those ideas. That's what matters. And so, you know, to cut out contemporary usage of it, I think is fucking bullshit. That's why I talk about Stephen Hawking. And for all these colleges, North Park College, you all listening to a goddamn white supremacist piece of shit. Okay, his great books, fucking, you forgot Frederick Douglass, you know, forgot. I think eventually he adds equality into the 6 great ideas, but he only added equality to it because he forgot to mention equality. When he first made up his entire fucking volume, he forgot to mention equality. He didn't come up with equality. And he said truth, goodness, beauty, liberty, and justice. And then he had the 6 great ideas, equality, to make up for the fact that he fucking forgot equality. And so I was wanting to look at some of these great books that he had listed because do I have to read the whole goddamn book? Well, no, shouldn't I just read the idea behind the book and then see, you know, the idea should lead you to the book. And so instead of him being the king on top of a fucking mountain saying, you need to read these books, in fact, you should read those books with the idea in mind of what it is that he wanted you to get out of those books. So read Machiavelli the Prince. Why? You know, maybe there's understanding of truth, justice, political science, power. You know, that would be the reasons. Those would be the ideas. But just to say, hey, read this because I told you so, well, you're just teaching obedience. You're not teaching jack shit. And truth, goodness, and beauty are ideas we judge by. So we can't really talk about truth, goodness, and beauty. But the ideas we act on, liberty, equality, and justice, those are things like your taste. If you love, you know, pepperoni pizza and somebody doesn't love pepperoni pizza, there's no argument in the world that will ever get them to like the same thing that you like. So your tastes are not debatable. What is beautiful? What is, you know, truth and goodness? I believe there is a, you know, categorical imperative to those. But liberty, equality, justice. In fact, all of them. There might be like even beauty. Like there's a symmetry and, you know, youthfulness. So there's like indications of what we consider as a culture, as a society, what is beautiful. And you could create some sort of scientific, you know, experiment that can measure beauty. But I guess it would, I don't know if you could say it's a categorical imperative. You are categorically, imperatively fucking hot. You are categorically imperative sexy. That's a pretty fucking good compliment, you know, for anybody. But all these fucking universities, Kansas State, St. Olaf, St. John's, Gutenberg, Schimmer College, Thomas Aquinas, you guys are listening to a white supremacist. He forgot, you know, the people of color. So I'm only going to mention a couple of the things that he was talking about just because I think he's a good place to start off with. It's a good idea to come up with a list, right? It's a good idea to say, this is the things that we believe to be valuable and we should read and carry on into the future. But past that, you know, I don't know what it does need. I'm going to have a conversation at the Freedom School. We're going to develop 100 great books, a list of great books every year. In fact, I think that's a good idea. It's one we'll work on for the next couple of days. I'm going to come up with a list of great books, 100 great books, and every year it should be thought about, conversated, you know, debated on, and then a new list of great books should be put up by, you know, vote and consensus. I would even say consensus, but the, you know, you won't have perfect consensus. That's the ideal. But why are these books, you know, why are we carrying some of these books into antiquity or into posterity when maybe they should be drowned out and smothered in a bathtub, just like the Tea Party wants to do to the fucking government? And he's a racist. He's a racist fucking piece of shit. Of course he forgot equality. Oops. Whoops. Fucking privileged white man forgot a fucking equality. Big shocker there, right? I'm all about equality. I'd like to see equality. I don't know where equality's at, and I keep on searching. But, you know, if you're studying the great books at these colleges, you're going to probably be white supremacist, racist, judgmental asshole yourself, probably neo-Nazi fascist, very obedient, docile. You won't actually consider the fucking ideas. I like St. John's College. They will say, they'll have the curriculum, okay, these are the books you're going to read. But when you come to class, you will have, all of us will have assumed that you read this stuff and we'll be able to discuss it. And so, because the curriculum is already known, people are expected to act a certain way. I think there's some beauty to that, because the discussions can go any way. Yeah, I read the books and I think they're all shit. Nah, they're all stupid, and I fucking hate every one of them. That's the discussion. We're going to learn something from that conversation. And so, you know, it's like there's a core curriculum, but it's very decentralized. You know, the great books is what you're going to have to study. Every year they have a whole list of what the freshmen, what the sophomores and the juniors and seniors are going to read. But after it's already designated, you go to class, it's an advisor. They just provoke a discussion amongst students, amongst peers. There should be a positive learning community between each other. Yes, of course, you want discussions, you want debates, you want people to be able to speak about, you know, what they believe, to stand up for themselves, to have reasons for the things that they believe. And then you also want people to be able to tolerate other people's opinions even when they don't agree with them. And so, you know, that's a beautiful fucking thing. And then they have an oral test. So at the end of the year, there's no written test. You have a conversation with that advisor, and then that advisor deems, you know, you either well read or not well read in the fucking classic literature that you were supposed to read for the class. So I like the idea of some type of core curriculum, but the great books that was set out by Mortimer Adler is fucking crap. It's fucking shit. And so we need to move on. We need to, you know, moveon.org and try to get something a little bit better. And it's a postmodern internet generation. That's why I'm saying this right now. Every fucking year we can, you know, and if there is some old text that we ignored and didn't fucking say anything about, I hope some motherfucker brings it back up to us, or hopefully one, you know, of our own fucking rediscovers it. But I would say in thoughts of matters of truth, beauty, justice, there's incredible amounts of many motherfuckers out today that has said things way better than any of these old fucking ancient intellectuals who just sat in a fucking room all day and wrote and typed and typed and wrote and you know, there's a scientific thing to it, right? He was analytical. He talked about each one of his ideas. He personally wrote the introduction to each one of the good, you know, good versus evil, each one of these ideas and topics. He personally wrote an introduction to them, and it's good. Here's his words on justice and expediency. And then here's his words on equality and inequality. So justice and expediency. Only Aristotle uses the word justice in two radically different senses. He distinguishes between general and special justice. By justice in general, he means justice as one of the four cardinal aspects of virtue. The other three being courage, temperance, and prudence. The morally virtuous man is a just man, and as such, he is a temperate man and one who is also courageous and prudent. By special justice, Aristotle means fairness in exchange and fairness in the distribution of goods. Fairness in exchange is communicative justice, and the other aspect of fairness is distributive justice. Fairness is the special justice that is to be found in just laws, and it is in connection with the justice of human-made or positive law that Aristotle introduces the notion of equitable dispensation from a strict application of law to difficult cases. In the Anglo-American tradition of the common law, courts of chancery and equity provide such as dispensations by the Lord Chancellor in Great Britain by similar official. Okay. Machiavelli tells us that the prince should be just in the use of power. But if a just use of his power is not expedient, then he should be expedient in his effort to be a successful prince. So he should be just in the use of his power, but if a just use of his power is not expedient, then he should be expedient in his effort to be a successful prince. So justice is part of the fucking, you know, for a prince, for those who seek power, justice is only a part of the equation. If you can get success without getting justice, well, success is better. To be a successful prince, to make sure you don't lose your fucking homeland, that's the most important thing for power, to keep what is yours and to be able to pass it on to future generations. So your legacies will go on and on and on. That's the great prince. So justice don't matter. Machiavelli's all about power and cutthroat shit. But I remember on crack.com, and I read lots of crack.com. I read The Onion. I read Wikipedia. I read Google News. That's how I get my information. In my Facebook feed, there's a lot of cool scientific stuff I'm just sort of interested in by myself. So that all that matters to me, even if you don't give a shit about why I study or why I do things. My curiosity about these things is it's insatiable. I want to learn everything that I want to be able to say. I want to learn a little bit of everything so I can participate in any type of conversation. But I also want to build upon my knowledge and I want to get better and smarter and more more agency to what it is and that is inside Jonathan Masters, right? And the reason I mentioned justice and expediency, he talks about Aristotle, he talks about Machiavelli. Or you tell me only, I don't know, his distinctions, maybe they're the only ones that make these distinctions. Maybe there's something about making all those distinctions with justice, right? Justice, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. That's MLK, and that's absolutely true. A great thing about the revolutionary is they can spot injustice anywhere they see it. Che Guevara. And so Che Guevara and MLK has incredible fucking, viewpoints when it comes to justice. Justice is love. Love is justice. That is, to me, good love is justice. Good love, anybody can love, hug, and give kisses and stuff. But if a person truly loves someone else, they will make sure that, if they are harmed in some way, that they will receive justice. They will receive, some sort of rectification of that situation if they are wronged in some way. And if you love them, then justice should prevail. So those are my thoughts on justice, right? Are they to be less valuable than what Aristotle fucking said? Yeah, Aristotle said some complicated shit, and maybe there's worthy distinctions between the things that he said, but nobody else has. And I don't know. I get what he's saying, and touching base with the roots and sort of coming back to contemporary, postmodern, industrial, postmodern internet generation, Generation Y. Being in the postmodern generation, I think we do need to be iconoclasters, and we need to take out all the fucking symbols. That's just a bunch of bullshit. Fuck the hierarchy, fuck the tyranny, fuck superstition, fuck ignorance and lying, and fuck superstition, ignorance, lying, and tyranny and ignorance. Did I say all those? Okay, anyways. Yeah, so fuck all those things. And fuck, any of the other bad, evil, fuck evil, right? Evil can go fuck itself. And so that's, these ideas are important to think about, and this is where he comes off, and he's pretty smart. But to assume that only the fucking authors that he came up with are the only ones that have anything to say about it, that's the criticism. That's where I say he's got a limit. And so there's a limit to a St. John's College or a great books education, especially if they follow the life of Mortimer Adler. He forgot equality. He didn't give a shit about black people. And his saying was, well, I objectively studied all the great ideas of the Western world, and frankly, MLK just didn't do a scientific fucking work of an intellectual blah, 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 like me, be like me, and go to fucking hell, In fact, that almost makes him more likely to come up with some better, fucking shit than this fucking asshole. He just sat in a room and typed all this shit. So these are ideas that he thought was fucking meaningful, and then he came up with a list of books for all these ideas and then made a life out of it. Good for him. He called it a syntopticon. In fact, he coined the word syntopticon. And so what this means for the postmodern generation is that we could come up with the great ideas. Here they are, absolute and relative, abstract and concrete, analogical speech. So we got all the ideas right here in front of us. Evolution, government, happiness, heaven and hell, hierarchy, history, honor, faith, hope, charity, human nature, labor, language, law, leisure, right? Is there confidence? Nothing about confidence. See, I mean, he's losing some ideas out, right? He says he knows all the fucking ideas. I think self-confidence is a good fucking one to put on there. I can read confidence quotes and I'm like, God, that's fucking genius. That's brilliant. But this is what essentially where the 100 or the great books, and usually it's a list of 100 because 100 is just a good way to fucking categorize shit in your head. And so when AFI said the 100 greatest movies ever, their fucking list was pretty, That's the list that you compare your list to. That's the list, if they come up with a new list, they realize from year to year, some dropped, some, went up in stature. The Birth of a Nation was on it one year, but it's fucking racist. They said they put it in because at the time it had moved the history of film and shit, to a new era. And it did. So, there is that historical fucking element to it, but it's a shit fucking movie because it inspired the Ku Klux Klan to go around, lynching people. Citizen Kane was the #1 movie of AFI's 100 movies. That's when I started watching all those movies because that was the list. You start out with the fucking list of, the standard edition. Here's what some, notable what the fuck ever person said was the standard, viewpoint of everything. And then once I watched 100 movies, I think I would have a good fucking solid knowledge, a range of experiences to be able to judge upon all movies from. And I'm glad I did that because that's where else you're going to start. Just whatever movies is on the shelf, whatever movies you come across, whatever movies is on the internet, you're essentially limiting by the resources, the lack of resources thereof. If they don't put the video out on the internet, how the fuck are you going to see it? So the list I think is a good thing. So, there's going to be more lists and more 100 greatest movies ever made and shit. There's going to be 100, the great books. I mean, maybe it should just be the great media. The great media. I mean, I think books, the value of books is that you can read the idea and you can think about the idea and mull it over your head and shit, whereas a movie, you're more of a passive consumer. But that's why the discussion after the movie it needs to take place. You need to say what you saw, why it mattered, what were the images, what's the difference between, the images, what could you have communicated just with words, but what images did you see that there's no other fucking way that it could have been taught to you, there's, I don't know, I remember seeing Alexander, the Great, it was just called Alexander, it was, and there was a gay scene, and the gay scene was kind of hard to undo, to not think about. The guy was dressed like a woman, and, he looked like a very effeminate woman, and it was like, wow, that male and female stuff is attractive. And then when you find out he's a man, you're like, oh my God, so what does that mean? Does that mean I'm gay? Does that mean I like transvestites? What is this saying? And you got to unpack all that. JFK, him getting his head blown off. You can't unsee that. Borat, when he goes into the middle of the rodeo, and he's sitting there having the national anthem, singing the American national anthem to the tune of Kazakhstan, basically insulting all of America. And then after he insults all of America, he says, "May George W. Bush drink the blood of every woman, man, and child of Iraq. Yeah, kill, kill, kill." And then he says, "Hopefully nothing will live in Iraq except for a lizard. Yeah, yeah, death, death, death." And then eventually, so compared to Borat's fucking national anthem to Roseanne Barr's, there's no comparison. But you can't unsee that, you can't unsee that. And so the images, I think, that matters too. So maybe the great media. But it's still the great books idea is the fucking idea. The great 100 great ideas and the medium for those ideas. I don't know the point of listing the great ideas. Here's his great ideas. There's no list of the number or whatever. And then I also pointed out equality isn't there. Confidence isn't there. So what other ideas did he not consider? And so, if you're studying the Great Books program, you're not going to learn about confidence. You're not going to learn about equality. What other ideas are you not going to learn about? He didn't talk about every single fucking thought and every single idea out there. And even if he did, he could be totally wrong, right? He could be like, justice is not for an eye for an eye. Justice is when you turn the other cheek. No, you have no fucking idea what justice means. If that's what you believe. So the great ideas, that's some of the great ideas, but the great ideas I just now learned actually with the science, our universe is only one among many universes. So there's lots of universes throughout the entire thing. This is what I was going to, I started out with okay, I see. Anyways, the universe is, our universe is one universe, but there's many universes out there. Right? So we're only one small part of an entire fucking vast, endless fucking galaxy. Pythagorean theorem was named after Pythagoras, but Pythagoras himself did not come up with the Pythagorean theorem. I think the Pythagorean theorem is just a right angle triangle. The side squared plus side squared equals the hypotenuse squared, which is genius. Fucking phenomenal, fascinating. How does the abstractions, these symbols, just fucking match up so perfectly? Even if you undid all of science, and came back, the Pythagorean theorem would still be legit. Of a right angle triangle, one side squared plus one side squared equals the hypotenuse squared. So that's amazing, right? I think so. And Pythagoras didn't even come up with it. I don't know who did, but he didn't come up with it. It's kind of an interesting fact. He also talks about the photons. A photon is just a package of light that comes out, of a light bulb. It's got lots of tiny packages of light. How much packages? We don't even know about photons, because photons act like both a particle and a wave. So is it a particle? Is it a wave? Is it a molecule? Is it an atom? We don't know. It could be a particle or it could be a wave. It acts like both. 1 watt night light emits a 1 watt night light. So just a tiny night light. 1 watt. It emits a billion photons. So that's more than a trillion, right? That's more than a million billion. It's a billion photon each second. That's at 1 watt nightlight. And so if you have a 100 watt nightlight, right, then that means that's 100 times a billion photons. So the number just keeps on getting fucking crazier and crazier big. So the amount of photons that come out of a light bulb or out of the sun or anything that emits light is just a shit ton of fucking photons. So that's fascinating. I know a photon, we didn't know if it was a particle or a wave. That's fascinating. Pythagoras didn't come up with the Pythagorean theorem. In our universe is only one universe out of the entire fucking galaxy. This is good shit, man. I hope you're sucking all this knowledge in. According to Hawking and Mladenau, one consequence of the theory of quantum mechanics is that events in the past that were not directly observed did not happen in a definite way. Instead, they happened in all possible ways. This is related to the probabilistic nature of matter and energy revealed by quantum mechanics. Unless forced to choose a particular state by direct inference from an outside observation, things will hover in a state of uncertainty. For example, if all we know is that a particle traveled from point A to point B, then is not true that the particle took a different path and we just didn't know what it was. Rather, the particle simultaneously took every possible path connecting the 2 points. Yeah, we're still trying to wrap our brains. These are the fucking things that we learned from Stephen Hawking's physics books. And it makes sense to me. If we know that a particle went from point A to point B, we assume it's a straight line. But if we don't actually see the straight line happening from point A to point B, that means it could have gone in infinite fucking ways from point A to point B. How did the thing start? How did it end up like this? And there's an infinite number of ways that shit could have fucking went down like the way it did, Infinite ways. And if you don't actually see it, then you don't actually know what the fuck is going on. Nietzsche Family Circus, all you gotta do is just refresh this. Character is determined more by the lack of certain experiences than by those one has had. So if refresh this Nietzsche Family Circus, we're gonna get another Nietzscheism with the Family Circus, cartoon. No one lies so boldly as the man who is indignant. No one lies as boldly as the man who is pissed. So that's fascinating, right? And actually it's kind of weird. The truth is so boring. Stories are so much better, right? The Thanksgiving story, it lasts longer than the genocide. And the power of a story, man, a good story, it's hard to fucking unhear or undo. And the truth isn't as exciting. So, if the story seems fascinating, it's probably a lie. Nah, that's a lie. Nah, you're saying it too fucking cool. It's probably a lie. Now, if you said some shit where it didn't happen, then okay, I get you. I was going to talk a little about, I'll mention Emil Durkheim. This motherfucker, he wrote Suicide in 1897. And then from that book, a study of suicide rates in Catholic and Protestant populations pioneered modern social research and served to distinguish social science from psychology and political philosophy. So he was saying sociology, this is where sociology comes from. His study of suicides, because he believes that suicides is when society breaks down. For some reason, the person says, I have no hope, I don't want to continue living, and they kills himself. And he says it's not just the individual who says that they kill themselves, but all of society who led to that person doing what they had did. And yeah, maybe the whole society could love that person and they still fucking do what they did. That's very possible. But also, there's some things that could be suicidal-ish, and people don't look at it that way. A car accident. There's car wrecks in the suicide book, and a lot of times with young people who die in car wrecks, they had died because they had suicidal thoughts and suicidal tendencies. And it makes me think of a couple people. Jessica Brierly, and then it makes me think of Tony Gripshover. So there's, people that die early. Well, I guess Mike Gripshover too, right? That was a recent one, 30 years. And it's not to say, accidents do happen. So, it could just straight up be an accident. But if somebody's drunk and depressed and there's some bullshit that's happening, perhaps society pushed them to be in the predicament that they're at. And so that's sociology. The entire fucking field, is centered around suicides. So PTSD and soldiers, all these kids killing themselves. This is this is society breaking down. And sociology can, give us some, a perspective on why this breakdown is happening and what we could do to alleviate it. So he did his best to, make the branch. My point is just sort of, some people are like, oh, that son of a bitch killed himself. Well, fuck him, Darwinism. Fuck that son of a bitch. He clearly was stupid. He was stupid and selfish and dumb son of a bitch. And, people are emotional when people die, and it's understandable. They either lost somebody that they cared about or they lost somebody they didn't care about, and they either react, strongly one way or the other. And so, I don't know if pissing on a person's grave is the best way to do it. Well, that son of a bitch is dead? Well, fuck him! And in a way, I get that. That actually does make sense to me, because it's kind of like, you lost at life. You didn't, but everybody dies. We all die. So there's a beginning and an ending to everybody's life. And so I think actually once you get past your grieving and your sort of, immediate sort of gut check, I think justice is love. If somebody was unjustly killed, to get, to avenge their honor. Let's see, if someone dies before their time, what we do is we remember the dead. And as the living, we keep the dead alive, for what we believe the dead to have mattered. And in a weird way, the dead fucking loom larger in our heads, because that was, their mortal life is over. They're, 18, 40, 60, 89, 115 years. That's it. There's a 2-year-old. I heard a 2-year-old had overdosed on Oxycontin because the parents were a bunch of shit parents and they didn't want to have the kid, and so they would give the baby Oxycontin to go to sleep, and then the baby overdosed. A 2-year-old fucking child in Carroll County, Kentucky. I mean, what the fuck? You don't see that's fucking, I don't know if the parents themselves are suicidal, but they put their suicidal shit in their fucking kid. The kid fucking ate the shit and died. It was murder. I wouldn't even say it was suicide. It was fucking straight up murder. Because they didn't give a fuck about their lives. They didn't give a fuck about his. But justice, right? How does that 2-year-old get justice? How does Samantha Ramsey get justice? How does Ronnie Lee Smith get justice? They can't. They're dead. Only the living can get justice. And if we truly respected a person and loved their works and stuff, we would study and read all about them and then carry their story into posterity. That makes me think of a quote actually between Albert Einstein and Max Planck. Max Planck says that an idea, especially scientific ideas, do not win because you convince your opponents. They win because once you die, the idea lives on by the people who are most familiar with those ideas. So that's how the idea lives on, is by people being familiar with the ideas that the person had talked about, and then those ideas carry on. And so if there are good ideas that people had in their lifetimes, I think you can always look at a person's life and you can say, here's the good points, here's the bad points. And then it's the culmination of all that good and bad that made up what that life actually is. And so if you truly love them and care about them, you should remember them and honor them with memories and talking about them as much as possible. Keep their names alive to the earth. If you didn't love them, then you should just, have a closure and just forget about them and just worry about your own selfish fucking ass. And I get both. I understand both of those individuals. If somebody died that I didn't know about, it's like, oh, who gives a shit? Oh, well, who gives a fuck? And that's sad, but I didn't know you. Why the fuck you want me to care about you when I don't fucking know you? I can't care about you. You know, I cared that you were on this planet and I never got the chance to know you. That sucks. I wish I would have got a chance to know you. But I didn't, so you're dead. It's irrelevant to me. I don't care. So I'm not being callous, everybody. Come on, calm down. So I guess I won't read actually any of the books. Mortimer J. Adler, some other things that you see with like these fucking assholes is you can see the limits of where they went, you know, and then we can see what they did and what didn't work, and then create our own fucking, you know, our own way. And he says that philosophy is everybody's business, and he's right. We all think about what we do for the best of, you know, what is happiness, what is just, what is love, what is truth, what is equality. What are these things? We all do the best that we can in order to, you know, promote these values and these virtues. And to think about them, and then to, you know, to make sense of them in our own head, and then to make sense of them in our own lives. So philosophy is everybody's business, of course. All right there, Mortimer J. Adler, you. It's even good for black people. So, you know, big shocker, you know, black people might read the fucking great books you set out, and then they'll have the fucking foundation of the entire Western civilization as you fucking saw it. So how you feel about that, Mortimer? Huh? Mortimer? Isn't that like fucking Voldemort or something? Isn't that the fucking evil guy on fucking Harry Potter? Mortimer, fucking Voldemort, Adler. You're psycho, you fucking weird ass fucking creepy fucking. Look at his face. I mean, he looks like a goddamn rapist. He looks like a fucking creepy fucking pervert. What a weird, perverted, fucking racist asshole. That's just based on his face. That's all. I'm just looking at his face and I'm like, yes, that fucker is a weird fucking dude. So I'm gonna click off this. So goodbye, Mortimer J. Adler, you fucking weird fuck. But nonetheless, take the man away, and you still got the great ideas, which is the basis for the great books. What are the great books? What are the great books that need to be passed on from generation to the generation? The Freedom School is going to vote for the 100 greatest book every year. Should be it's a New Year fucking celebration. In fact, you should have it done before the New Year's. You should unveil it for the New Year's. Here are the great books we had decided during the winter months, during, the Halloween on to Christmas. During the Halloween to Christmas fucking break, we went ahead and figured out the great books that my idea is that the 18-year-olds make up a list of 100 great books for the kindergartners. No, I don't think kindergartners will be fucking reading it, but that's the gift to the kindergartners. That's the idea in my head. And then, so even if they don't read it then, they say, well, shit, this is what the seniors all said are great books that they came across, or great ideas, or great media, or great movies. So, Django, I just don't know, how can you not put Django up there? Once you watch Django, or that fucking kill Nazis, just that fucking just love of blood sport against an evil person, When they're bad, they're fucking bad. You don't feel bad about the murders and the deaths that happen in them. It's a good fucking movie. It's good cinema. He is right about that. So that would probably be, I've talked about it too much. And the music of Django, the music, how can you ignore the music, the fun, the entertainment value, the morality of it, just every bit of it. Django didn't even win no fucking awards and shit. Tarantino was expected or waiting to win his award, and nobody gave him, his just desserts. And is that right? No, it's not right. It's wrong. So anyways, the gift is to the kindergartners. They'll have that list. That list will be for them forever. Every, kindergarten's going to get a new list. And so you can look at all the different fucking books. Eventually, you're going to come up with a list for the, it's like Social Security in a way, right? Basically, the younger generation, it's actually the opposite of Social Security. The older generation is helping the younger one. Social Security is where the old people just take them from the young. Right? Give me your money. Give me your money so I can sit around and bitch about how taxes is fucking up our economy. How about I keep my fucking money since you're so against taxes, and you just starve to death without no fucking, money, you son of a bitch. Sit there taking the fucking baby boomer, the fucking Generation Y fucking money just for the baby boomer, lazy ass baby boomer motherfuckers. This is the society. This is the country you left us. Fuck you. You don't get no goddamn Social Security. You done fucked us over. Why should I fucking let you get fucking money when you gonna fucking bankrupt me? Fucking asshole. You're a hypocrite. Yeah, fuck hypocrites. I forgot that was the other thing. Fuck hypocrisy, superstition, ignorance, lying, and fuck tyranny. That's what Diderot said to Voltaire. Yeah, so I'm gonna call it a night. So okay, that's Syntopticon. We can come up with our own great ideas, and we got these are the great ideas. Okay, angel, animal, aristocracy. Why is aristocracy a great idea? Art, astronomy, beauty, being, cause, chance, change, citizen, constitution, courage, custom, convention, definition, democracy, desire, dialectic, duty, education, element, emotion, eternity, evolution, experience, family, fate, form, God, good, evil, government, habit, happiness, history, honor, hypothesis, idea, immortality, induction, infinity, judgment, justice, knowledge, labor, language, law, liberty, life and death, logic and love, man, mathematics, matter, mechanics, medicine, memory, imagination, metaphysics, mind, monarchy, nature, necessity, contingency, oligarchy, one and many, opinion, opposition, philosophy, physics, pleasure and pain, poetry, principle, progress, prophecy, prudence, punishment. Another thing I have a problem with that. What if you have one idea, one sentence that just knocks the whole world on their ass about justice, but nothing else? Do you get on the list? Does that one fucking quote mean you have to read all my books if you get on the list? You see what I mean? You see where the problems of his fucking list are. You see what I'm talking about. And so really I think the list should serve more as a beginner's guide to your introduction to the great ideas from a future generation to another generation. And, you know, let the chips fall where they may. Maybe Aristotle's somebody to study. Maybe he's not. And if he's not, fuck him. Fuck Aristotle. Fuck any of these assholes. Just because you white and Roman and shit and you started writing these books and some of your professors said, hey, this is a guy to read. Fuck you. That's not a good enough fucking reason. Just because you was brainwashed with an idea, you're going to brainwash me? Let's stop the brainwashing. You know, if you read the book and you got something out of it, especially if you read the book and you got a lot out of it, that should be passed on. That's what should be passed on. You can't say, well, my professor said he's a good thing, so just, you know, Aristotle and his works. Just his works. Any specific titles? No. All of them. None of them. I don't know. Like Sarah Palin, you know, she reads all the magazines. Some of them. None of them. I don't know. She don't know what the fuck she's talking about, right? Dumb bitch. Hot as fuck. She's sexy. And that's pretty much all she got going for her. Art, beauty, change, democracy. She's ugly as fuck on the inside, though. And men would do themselves a disservice to chase after fucking people who are ugly on the outside or on the inside the way she is. She's just a fucking pretty face. She's an ugly fucking person. So if you're falling for that type of shit, perhaps Freud is right. But if Mortimer Adler is right, just because you think they're sexy doesn't mean they will govern your behavior. It means something. You'll make a distinction between love and lust. And justice, series on labor, languages. Okay, so anyways, these are the great ideas. 6 great ideas. The ideas. And equality and inequality. Let's end it off with this, okay? The usual understanding of these words is that in relation to two things being compared, equality exists when one is neither more nor less in some specified respect. They are unequal if, in a given respect, one is more and the other less. The most important point to remember is that things cannot be compared in general, but only in a precisely defined respect. Thus, for example, when we say that all human beings are equal, we must specify the only respect in which that is true, namely in their humanity. Two things can be compared in another way. One may have a characteristic or attribute that the other totally lacks. If, for example, one is a human being possessing an intellectual power that the other, a brute animal, right, like the cop, the fucking NYPD cop who beat the shit out of that MTA worker, it was a brute animal. And then it was just a guy that allegedly was a brute animal. They can be said to be unequal, but he does have a dichotomy, right? Humans are better than animals. When we say human beings are equal because they all have some intellectual power, the inequality in the degree of intellectual power possessed does not negate their equality in kind. So basically saying because we have intelligence, that's why we're smarter than the animals. I bet some animals got intelligence. I bet they got some culture and shit. But I do think we have like a consciousness and we have a language and expressing that self that we can understand easily. I don't know. Maybe they can too. But they just suck at it, right? Just barks. It's only like Morse code. You can only say, ruff, ruff, there's danger. Is there danger? Are you a friend? Who the fuck are you? Ruff, ruff. Right? You can only convey so much just out of just a bark. You can convey something, right? Ruff, 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 I don't like you, fuck you, fuck you. Or, meow, ruff, ruff, you're leaving, why? I know part of that was a cat, wasn't it? Okay. Alright, so, Mortimer Adler's a fucking asshole. And let's work on these great books, huh? Make up a list of yourself. What do you think is the great 100 greatest books of all time? What ideas are the greatest ideas, and what people talked about the greatest of ideas for the rest of all time? You tell me. And maybe we'll have a badass discussion next year, because I'm going to make my own fucking list. And it's going to fucking thump Mortimer Adler's fucking list in its fucking mouth. It's going to fucking his list, his syntopticon. Fuck your coined word, syntopticon. It's like too many fucking, god damn, it's hard to say. So I'm going to just the foundation of Jonathan Master, the foundation of the Freedom School. There.